Hey guys, a couple of firsts going on here today. Don't usually make videos addressing other YouTubers, just sort of stay right out of that as much as possible, but left a comment on a Timothy DeLaGhetto video today, because I watch his videos occasionally and he had one that ended up on the front page, so gave it a look. I've seen some videos of him previously when they made the front page, and was a couple of things that drew it to my attention. First one was he milks the Asian thing fairly heavily. So anytime he can put Asian in one of his video titles, he does. And milks the ethnic thing fairly heavily. And it works on YouTube. You know, if you push the Asian angle or the black angle, it works really well. Try pushing the white angle, nobody's interested. White dude says, no, not really interested, but say Asian dude, and if you look on his channel you can see there's lots of videos there, Asian dude this, Asian dude that, Asian mother, Asian father, Asian, talks about all the Asian stuff, and milks it. Smart guy. What strikes me about his videos is that he's a really switched on smart guy that knows how to make a lot of money, and he's been very successful, and the Asian thing works. And that's not a criticism of the man, it's a criticism of society, that the ethnic thing sells, you know, that you can use the Asian black thing to sell stuff, which that's fine. No criticism of that, but just a comment on it, that's all. So I had seen some of his videos before. Very well spoken, intelligent dude, no doubt about it. Very eloquent in the way he speaks, normally. When he speaks normally, he speaks very intelligently and very eloquently. Like a very well-educated, intelligent young man. The video that drew me in was, it was on the front page this week, and it was a rap battle. And you know, definitely the man's skilled when it comes to rapping. Obviously, he did a really good job. But my comment that I left on his video was, let me get it right, because I've deleted it since because it drew too much heat. Rich dude, rich kid from the suburbs, pretending to be black, ... pretty lame, is what I said. Just because, now you guys judge it for yourself. I'll put links underneath this video. I'll put the video that I left a comment on, and I'll put, well, you can see it yourself. I'll put the video that I put the comment on, and if you want to, you can go to his channel and look through some of his other videos, and find one where he's sitting in his house talking to the camera, and you'll hear that he's a very well-spoken, eloquent, don't know how elegant he is, maybe he's eloquent young man who speaks really, really well. But the reason I made my comment, you know, rich kid from the suburbs pretending to be black, is because I know for a fact he's a rich guy, because he's one of the biggest YouTubers and earns a fortune. You know, he's had 500 million views so far. So he's made probably around $1 million, or could be as much as $2 million. And again, I don't normally talk about how much other YouTubers earn, but it's common knowledge to see what the average CPM in America is from Google, and that it's for every view, for every 1,000 views, he'd be looking at $2 to $3. So you know, he's made in excess of $1 million, possibly $2, possibly $3 million off his YouTube. So he's got money. So my comment was, rich kid from the suburbs pretending to be black. Now you listen to that rap that he does, and tell me for yourself, is that an African American street accent, African American voice that he's doing? So you guys have a look at that video and you tell me for yourself. I'm interested to know. You know, I did have, not recently, but I did have some Eminem CDs, and I have listened to rappers of different colours, right? And it's something that people wouldn't touch because it's a delicate subject. And here's what happens. I left that comment on his video and got a whole heap of abuse about it because, first of all, from a lot of his fans who are defending him, which I don't think the dude needs defending. He responded to me himself, and the man can hold an intelligent discussion himself. He doesn't need his fans defending him, but they did, to their credit, they did, that's fine. Copped a fair bit of abuse, and a fair bit of comment about being racist as well for saying that comment. And because if you say someone's a rapper, they must be black, right? No, that's not what I said at all. But the voice is a black voice. Have a listen and tell me what you think. To me, that is copying an African American, street African American voice. You know, that cliche rapper, black rapper voice. It's what it is, you know. And I've heard non-black people rapping using other voices, and I know it can be done. I know it's possible to rap without doing that particular voice, and that particular voice is a black rap voice, in my opinion. So the reason I'm making this video is I think it's interesting. The last video I made, we touched on some racism stuff, that it's really common that people that claim not to be racist, that really are racist, often jump on things that aren't anything to do with race at all, you know. And what we're talking about, for those who missed that video, we're talking about the Asiana plane crash recently, and that stunt that somebody pulled with the fake names for the pilots. And there's some people saying that was racist. I can't see any racism in that at all. I think that was just straight out going for the names. Look, and as I said in that video, I think America and Australia and England and a whole bunch of other countries are full of racists, no doubt about it. But I think it's like who was the famous guy that said, "Oh, Shakespeare, me think he doth protest too much," and I think that happens a lot where there's something that's not anything to do with race at all, and some people get all emotional and say it's racism. It's not. It's not. I'm not saying that you have to be black to be a rapper. I'm saying Timothy DeLaGhetto's rap voice is a copy of a African American street voice, one of those cliche African American black rapper street voice. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think you have to be black to be a rapper. Obviously, like I said, I used to listen to Eminem. I used to love Eminem, and I think it's not necessary. It's not necessary to be black to be a rapper. It's not necessary to use the African American voice to be a rapper. So to his credit, to Timothy's credit, he came back and said, yes, of course, I use that voice. And he made a good point. He said something about you wouldn't use the same voice applying for a job that you use when you're talking to your friends. Good point. Good point indeed. You know, that's true. You know, we're sort of acting when we're on YouTube, I guess. We're putting on different voices. A newsreader uses a different voice. Good evening, and here's the news. But when he gets up in the morning, he probably doesn't use that voice. Good point, Timothy. Totally agree. But that's not the point. My point is, there's just something seems a bit off. Imagine if some African American street guy. Now I'm not, and again, don't be twisting my words on this. Just imagine some African American street guy who naturally has that voice. Hey, yo, Jog, what's up, man? Imagine him becoming famous from imitating some straight white guy voice like me. You know, it's touchy, right? It's a bit. So that's all I was commenting on. It wasn't a big deal. It was a passing comment. It was a one-liner. It was a one-liner, you know, a rich kid from the suburbs, you know, pretending to be black, because to me that's what he was doing. Got a huge reaction. I thought, I made the off comment, and I thought I wasn't expecting to see another Timothy DeLaGhetto video for another year, you know, until another one was on the front page or something. But then I just got bombarded with comments, and the man himself started answering backwards and forwards half a dozen times. And to his credit, he admitted, and he tried to pretend that, he drew attention to the fact that he'd come from a background where at first they didn't have any money, fair enough. But I wasn't talking about 20 years ago. I said he's a kid from the suburbs, a rich kid from the suburbs. It's what he is. It's what he is. I wasn't talking about what he was. I was talking about what he is. And to his credit, he admitted it. I said to him, you know, that, you know, you're putting this voice on. He admitted that, yes, I'm putting the voice on. And then he said, oh, but, you know, I came from a background, we had no money. I said, yeah, but you got a lot of money now, and you live in the suburbs. And he said, yes, that's true. So, to his credit, you know, I respect him. His responses were respectful and honest, so I respect him for his responses. The only rudeness and abuse I got was from his fans. Fair enough. So the point of this video was, I'm going to throw this one at Timothy. I'm guessing that he might not allow it as a video response, but I hope he does. He might. He seems like a reasonable guy. We'll see if he does. But the main reason was for you guys that usually watch my videos to tell me if you think, what do you think? What do you think? Is that voice he's using to do that rap, is that an African American street voice? The cliche African American street voice, is that what he's doing there? Is that what it is? What do you think of that? Is this in any way racist? Is anything I've said in any way racist because I'm a white guy? You know, I think there's a certain amount of truth in this too, isn't there? I think there's proof of this all over the internet. Is if you're Russell Peters, anyone know Russell Peters? One of the funniest guys. He's a Canadian guy, and his parents were Indian, but he's Canadian. But his parents were Indian, and he can just say whatever he wants about this sort of stuff, and nobody calls him racist because his parents were Indian. So unfortunately for me, I'm as white as they come, which means that when I make videos about topics like this, it could attract a fair bit of abuse, you know. And a lot of Timothy's fans went and they looked at my channel, realised that I was a white guy, and came back with all this, you're a racist and all this sort of bullshit. If they checked the channel and I'd been Japanese, probably would have been no claims of racism, but because I'm a whitey. So yeah, what do you think? Is that an African American black rapper's voice that Timothy's throwing on there? Do you think there's anything racist about that? Is it possible to be a rapper and not do that voice? To be able to rap with a normal voice? I mean, Timothy's got an amazing voice. He's a really eloquent, well-spoken dude. Can't he rap with that voice? If he did rap with that voice, would it be cool? Yeah, what do you think? Let's start with that, see what happens next. More videos coming soon.